future leaders are in the back, nervously waiting for us to finish our speeches. Today, I want to ask you all a very important question. Are leaders born or are leaders made? This is not just a philosophical question that philosophers ask about. No, it's a question that can change our lives, and it's a question that can shape our future. Today, we will answer this question together. First, I want you to consider two different scenarios. The first scenario, think about a blank piece of paper. You can write anything you want on this. Now, second, let's think about a paper where there are some words written on it for us. Let's say the word shy is written on this paper. I will say you cannot erase this word, but you can add anything you want on top of it. In both of these scenarios, isn't it us that actually changes or that actually makes the paper however we want it to be? It's up to us. We can add new qualities, right? So this is exactly what leadership is like. But some do argue that leadership is a talent people are born with. Plato, for example, was one of the first philosophers to argue that leadership is an innate talent. In his famous work, The Republic, Plato says that society is divided into three main classes: rulers, guardians, and procedures. According to Plato, rulers must have certain leadership abilities, and they are born with these abilities. American philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson and the founder of psychoanalysis, Sigmund Freud, also agrees with this thought. Their ideas are very similar, and they say that leadership qualities are largely based on instinctual and psychological factors that are already with us when we are born. But is this really true? Are these thoughts absolute? Can we not become leaders? I believe we can. 17th century philosopher John Locke's Tabula Rasa theory gives us hope in this manner. John Locke believes that we are born as a blank slate, blank piece of paper. According to this thought, all knowledge and all skills are written by us through our experiences and through our abilities, through our circumstances in life. According to this theory, leadership can be learned. And Locke's philosophy gives us a great hope in the idea that we can achieve to become leaders. Now, in light of this information, let's be realistic. Yes, environmental factors, innate charisma, birth-given abilities, these all play a very, very important role in our ability to become leaders. But we are not just limited to what we have when we are born. We can learn, we can add to this blank piece of paper. But if we do say, I don't have it in me, it's just not, it's not me, of course we cannot do anything. If we give up to the term born to be leaders, we will not become leaders. If we believe in ourselves, yes, it is possible. So, who will these leaders be? They're right behind, waiting to speak right after us. It is the youth. The youth are our leaders, our next leaders. Our youth have the potential, their ideas have the potential to shape the world of tomorrow, change tomorrow. As young people, therefore, we need to develop potential skills that are required for leaders to have. So let's look at together, what are these leadership skills that we are required to have? And some positive and some negative examples from recent history for these leadership skills. Now, there are 5 main leadership skills I would like to talk to you about today. There can be many more can be discussed. But first and foremost, communication is key. It's one of the most powerful traits that leaders need to have. The ability to convey thoughts and ideas clearly and inspire people is very important. The first name that comes up to mind about inspiring people through words is, of course, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. His exceptional communication skills, such speeches as the Nutuk, as we all know of, effectively conveyed his vision for modernizing Turkey and inspiring societal change. Atatürk's ability to communicate clearly and persuasively played a crucial role in uniting a nation. Let's think of a more recent example, Barack Obama. In his well-known speech, "Yes, we can," he was able to mobilize and bring together many different people from different cultures and aspire new ideas. On the other hand, if we look at negative example of communication, we can think of Elon Musk's with Twitter, or now known as X. Yes, undeniably, Musk is a very good, he is a leader, but his communication, his negative communication style has gotten him in trouble many times. The second skill I would like to talk to you about is empathy. Empathy is a bridge between the employer, the employee, and the leader. A good leader must understand, must empathize, must be aware of the people they are leading. One very positive example of this is Princess Diana. I'm sure you all heard of the name. Her charitable work, especially in accordance to HIV programs, landmine programs, her empathy led millions. In contrast, Steve Jobs, yes, again, despite his monumental success, he is not known for having empathy towards his employees. He is known to be harsh, he's known to be very dismissive, and this at times have negatively impacted his work and his co-workers. Third skill, another vital skill we need to have as leaders is decision making. The ability to make quick and accurate decisions in difficult situations especially is a hallmark of leadership. Rahmi Koç is known for his strategic decision-making abilities. Throughout his career, he has demonstrated a keen sense of opportunity and has been able to diversify the company as to what we know of it today. Conversely, Blockbuster. Have you all heard of Blockbuster? Do we know Blockbuster? Anyone? I don't see anyone. Blockbuster was a yes. It was a place where we rented cassettes to watch movies at home. The CEOs of Blockbuster's biggest mistake was to decline an agreement with Netflix, hence leading to the decline of the company in overall. The fourth indispensable quality is flexibility. We live in a rapidly changing world. Leaders must adapt to new conditions at all times and very quickly. Oprah Winfrey, for example, is a good example of this. She used to be just a talk show host, but today she's a philanthropist. She has been able to remarkably, very quickly change to the needs of new media. Negative example would be Kodak. Kodak did not believe that we were going to be taking photos on our phones. They believed that we would always continue to print the films. So they did not adapt to the digitalization of photography, hence leading to, again, the decline of a very, very big company. Lastly, teamwork is very important to become a leader. It is very essential. Leadership is not and will never be a solo endeavor. Effective leaders work with a team. For example, the CEO of Microsoft is known to foster a culture of teamwork and collaboration. In contrast, Mark Zuckerberg, I'm sure we've all watched the film, has faced a lot of criticism for making decisions without adequate consultation, leading to privacy concerns and mistrust by his employees and by users. So taking into consideration all these 5 traits, we need to understand that we can teach ourselves to become leaders. We can actually, through these examples, see that leadership is not merely qualities that we have at birth, but it's dynamic. It is a dynamic interplay between inherent abilities, life experiences, and the environment that we find ourselves in. So effective leadership is not static at all. It is something that has to be continuous, that we have to be able to improve as human beings and as leaders of the future, let's say. Finally, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk's famous quote, "All my hope is in the youth," encapsulates the essence of leadership as a beacon of hope for the future. It reflects the belief that young people hold the key to driving positive change and progress. Empowering the youth is up to us all. Teaching the youth with the necessary knowledge, necessary skills and opportunities to lead, it's up to us and them, of course, and it is essential for building a brighter tomorrow. It is essential for designing a better future for the next generations. So, dear youth, as you embark on your journey as a leader, remember that the power to affect change lies within you. Cultivate your strengths, nurture your passions, and never underestimate the transformative potential that you have. With courage, with resilience, and commitment to excellence, you have the ability to do anything you can dream of. Thank you.